Hey, this is Dr. G. I hope that you can see this video. But this video is about the beaten path. Twice a day, Monday through Friday, hundreds of thousands of people are on the beaten path going to work. This is what you call gridlock here in Atlanta, Georgia. 5 days a week, people wake up, get on the beaten path, and go to jobs that they hate, jobs that make them sick, where they feel overworked and undervalued. And this is the scene throughout America. Literally, New York, Atlanta, LA, Boston, Chicago, Detroit, all across the country, millions and millions of people are on the beaten path. But the interesting thing about this is when you've been to other places in the world, people realize that this is not the way to live. You know, a couple of years ago I was in Barcelona, and I remember I was in this shopping area, and the business owner told me that I need to hurry up because they were getting ready to shut down. You see, in certain parts of Europe, they shut things down and go home to their families and have lunch with their wives and children, while we're on a beaten path for literally hundreds, thousands of hours a year, going to places that make us sick, make us ill, depressed, stressed. And so I just want to talk a little bit about the beaten path. You know, I know that everybody has to earn a living. We have to be on our grind. But the issue is when we think that this is the way to live, that this is a way of life. This is not good for our health, mentally or physically. And so I want to talk to you about getting off the beaten path, getting centered, and how to restore your health, how to restore your life. Hold on, all right? Hey, this is Dr. G coming to you from off the beaten path now. As you can see, I'm in a wooded area. It's pretty dense and thick. There's some pathways through the woods. And I found a beautiful little spot right here. Let me show this to you. I just want to say, you know, we're not meant to live on the beaten path. You know, there are times when we have to get back to nature. And so, you know, Monday through Friday when we're on our grind, we're being depleted of energy. We're being depleted of our radiance, our creativity. And this is how we recharge our batteries. Spending time in nature. You know, they say that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But that's not insanity. That's an effect of insanity. It's not the cause. The cause of insanity is when we are conditioned to think that that which is unnatural is natural, and things that are natural are unnatural. So what do I mean by that? I mean that we spend the majority of our time in unnatural places, and we are being conditioned to think that that is a natural way of life, and it's not. You know, we spend the majority of our time around bricks, mortar, concrete, steel, computers, televisions. We're eating unnatural foods that are filled with additives and preservatives. We now have food that is genetically modified. And we're living in an unnatural state, but we're being conditioned and taught that that is what's natural, and it's not. That is insanity. What God created is natural. And this is where we get our vibrations up. This is where we get rooted and centered in the truth of God's creation. And this is where we can recharge our battery. And so what I like for you to do is, when you have time, on those weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, instead of running around in your car and doing errands and continuing to have your energy depleted, instead of sitting down and watching television, sitting on the couch, step out and come and spend some time in nature and let it recharge your battery. Get centered again. You know, there's so much beauty and abundance out here in nature. You know, and I don't care what city you're in, there's some places you can find that will allow you to reconnect with nature. You know, I grew up in the South Bronx and in Harlem, and we used to spend time in Central Park, Van Cortlandt Park, Reese Beach. You know, and even as a child, as a kid, you know, I really understood how important nature was to me. I learned to value it, you know. I didn't see myself as being disconnected from nature. And now so many children now feel so disconnected from nature. They're afraid to even be around things that are natural. But yet they feel quite comfortable in unnatural settings. And I'm telling you, that's not good for their health. You know? 5 days a week, twice a day, millions and millions of people are spending hours of their life on the beaten path. And it's killing us. I thought I heard something behind me, boy. You about to see me walk on water. But, you know, listen, man, you are incredible. You just don't know it. We're being conditioned to think that we are less than what we were created to be. We're created to be powerful, unstoppable, unlimited, you know? But we can't tap into that greatness if we stay in these man-made environments all the time, you know? We have to reconnect with nature so that we can see how great we are, that we can see ourselves in nature. So this is Dr. G, sending you nothing but positive vibes and energy. Go ahead and get off that beaten path and live a legacy of power.